2004. My great delight and honor to welcome you here this evening on behalf of the class of 2004. And as always, we would like to begin our program by asking God's blessing. So would you stand together with us, please?
And pray unto me, and I will hearken unto you, and ye shall seek me and find me, when you search for me with all of your heart. And from Isaiah chapter 40, verses 30 and 31, even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. And finally, from Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 and 6. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart. Lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths.
Ashley Giovanazzi. Growing in stature represents our awards for athletics and sportsmanship. And these awards were given as a result of the tally of the votes of those that work with them on the various teams and in the physical education program here at school. The Ladies Athletic Award this year goes to Daphne Chanezrika. The Men's Athletic Award this year goes to Trevor Wampler. An award that is particularly of interest and concern to us, being a Christian school, is the Christian Character and Service Award. And for this, these students had to be nominated, and then they wrote their testimony and some statements about their Christian service, and the faculty had the opportunity to choose this one. Our Christian Character and Service Award this year goes to Daphne Chanezrika. Finally, our Christian Example socially. This was the opportunity for the fellow students to weigh in with their selection. And this is a young lady who has had a wonderful opportunity to share with the rest of the students, both spiritually, personally, and of course, if you know her, you know musically as well. Our award this year goes to Autumn Newby.
Members of the board, Mr. Baker, faculty, and staff decided that the best thing for me to do would be to share my heart with you tonight. Probably one of the most important and difficult life lessons that God has taught me is the one I learned at Covenant Christian.
Of the board, Mr. Baker, faculty, and staff, classmates, family, and friends. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." Someone close to me gave this verse to me when I was 7 years old when my mother passed away of cancer. She told me, "We do not know why these things happen, but God does. because He has your whole life planned out already for you. When I look back at that time in my life and when I stand here today, the path God has chosen for me is awesome.
Baker, faculty, and staff, classmates, family, and friends. Train yourself to be godly. Physical training is of some value, but godliness has value for all things, says Paul in 1 Timothy. Athletics are important, but our relationship with Christ is our number one priority. Through athletics, many life lessons are learned. Unity, being a team player, and obedience were just some of the things that were taught to me by my coaches. These do not only apply to practices or games, but also to our daily Christian walk. But speaking of athletics, these first need to be learned at practices, and then should be shown through our play during the game. Practices are usually not what I look forward to after school every day, because I knew they would be rough, but yet I also knew they were preparing us for a game. Over the years, I've endured some pretty hard practices, not only practices before games, but even one right after a game. And it's funny, the coaches think of these cute little names for the hardest drills: snuggle stations, fun runs, and jolly jags. Yeah, they may all sound appealing, but actually they're not. Paul says in 1 Corinthians 9:26-27, "Therefore I do not run like a man, running aimlessly. I do not fight like a man, beating the air. No, I beat my body and make it my slave." Sometimes I think coaches take this verse a little too literally. But on a serious note, Paul speaks of the importance of training ourselves to be godly and to be prepared for the work at hand. I also started getting involved with city teams at this age. And as a child, I did not understand the fact that how I played reflected my relationship with Christ. As I grew and got older, I started realizing what I do here on earth should bring glory to God. And whatever you do, whether in word or deed, do it all in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God the Father through Him. Colossians 3:17. Understanding this verse made me realize that how I respond to the officials' calls and even to other